I'm reading this statement on behalf of Na'amod, Gloucestershire, which is the local branch of a movement of UK Jews opposed to Israel's occupation and apartheid. We seek to mobilise Jewish communities in the UK in the struggle for freedom, equality and justice for all Palestinians and Israelis. The term Na'amod means we will stand in Hebrew. It reflects our commitment to stand up for what we know to be right. Na'amod is supporting a new international campaign, which is called Jews Demand Action. The open letter of this campaign says, among other things, and I quote, "We affirm our belief in the universality of justice and the fair and equal application of international law. We have not forgotten that so many of the laws, charters and conventions established to safeguard and protect all human life were created in response to the Holocaust. Those safeguards have been relentlessly violated by Israel. Accountability for the Israeli leadership's grievous violations of international law is necessary. It is time to do everything possible to definitively end the Israeli government's collective punishment of the Palestinians and to pursue peace for the sake of both peoples. As Jews and as human beings, we declare not in our name, not in our name, not in the name of our heritage or our faith or our moral tradition. The Israeli government may claim to speak on behalf of the Jewish collective, but it does not speak for us, and it does not speak for me. When our sages taught that to destroy one life is to destroy an entire world, they did not carve exceptions for Palestinians. The letter ends with the following calls to businesses, labour unions, civil society, and especially the leadership and member states of the United Nations. It makes 4 points. The first, to respect and abide by the decisions of the International Court of Justice, noting their application also in the West Bank and East Jerusalem. Second point, to refuse any complicity in continued crimes and violations of international law against Palestinians by Israel, including by ending the provision of arms and other relevant goods and services, and to use relevant leverage, including targeted sanctions on governmental bodies and individuals responsible for violations of the international law, and suspension of relations with commercial entities contributing to these violations. The third point is to ensure that humanitarian assistance reaches all Palestinians in Gaza at the scale that is commensurate to their vital need, and that the blockade is lifted and that materials for reconstruction can enter, and that there is a full Israeli military withdrawal. And the final point is to refute false accusations of anti-Semitism that abusively deploy our collective history to tarnish those with whom we stand together in the pursuit of peace and justice. So that's the statement from this International Alliance of Jewish Organisations. But I just wanted to finish on a more personal note. I find it deeply upsetting when people conflate my being Jewish with support for the actions of the Israeli state, and conversely, that opposition to the Israeli government is seen as anti-Semitism. Not least because it gets in the way of opposing real anti-Semitism, such as Holocaust deniers, conspiracy theorists, or just plain outright racists. So let's all be united here in Stroud in opposing anti-Semitism, opposing Holocaust denial, genocide denial, Islamophobia, and all kinds of racism.